Today we are going to discuss about the typical cases of line terminations in the transmission lines. Okay, when the transmission line is open circuited and when the transmission line is short circuited, what are the typical cases that will be obtained in the transmission line? That all will be discussed in the present class. Okay, first we are discussing about the typical cases that will be obtained when the transmission line is open circuited. Okay, typical cases that will be obtained when the transmission line is open circuited. Okay, consider a line with a receiving end is open circuited. Okay, this is the transmission line. This is the transmission line that receiving end is open circuited. Okay, and then we apply the voltage V or the current. Therefore, when we are connecting the switch S to that transmission line, when the switch S is in the closed position, when we are applying the voltage V and I of wave magnitude V and I respectively traveling towards the open circuited end. Okay, therefore the voltage and the current I that is travels towards the open circuited end. Okay, this wave related by the equation V by I. Okay, this wave related to the equation that is V by I. Okay, that is equal to the Z. Okay, that is equal to the Z. Okay, where Z is called as the characteristic impedance. Okay, where Z is called as the characteristic impedance of the line. Okay, consider the line, consider the characteristic impedance of that line is the Z. Okay, next consider the line element dx of the line. Okay, we are taking the small length dx in that transmission line. Okay, this is the small length dx or the element. Okay, it is here where the wave is going to see a change in the impedance. Okay, in that case, how the impedance is changed, that will be observed. Okay, that is directly proportional to the line is open circuited. Okay, therefore the impedance is directly proportional to the when the line is open circuited. Okay, therefore the electromagnetic energy by that element dx. Okay, therefore then we write down the electromagnetic energy by that element dx. It is given as the half L dx I square. Okay, it is given by half L dx into I square. Okay, this is the electromagnetic energy that is stored by the element dx. Okay, that is stored by the element dx. Okay, and the electrostatic energy in the element dx is the electrostatic energy in the element that is dx is the half C dx V square. Half C dx into V square. In that C is the capacitance and V is the voltage across the small length dx. Okay, this is the dx, that is the small length dx in the transmission line. Okay, this is the electromagnetic energy stored by that element and this is the electrostatic energy stored by the element. Okay, this is the electromagnetic energy that is stored in that element and this is the electrostatic energy that will be stored in that element. Okay, since the current at the open end is 0. Okay, therefore the current at the open circuited transmission line is equal to the 0. Okay, therefore the electromagnetic energy vanish and transmitted into the electrostatic energy. Therefore at the open circuited end the current is equal to the 0, then the electromagnetic energy is equal to the electrostatic energy. Okay, then the electromagnetic energy is equal to the electrostatic energy. Therefore half L dx I square is equal to the half C dx E square. Okay, E square is equal to the V square. Okay, therefore half L I square dx is equal to the half C V square into dx. Okay, where C is the capacitance and E is the voltage across the small length dx, and L is the inductance and I is the current flowing through the small length dx. Okay, when the line is open circuited, okay, when the line is open circuited, therefore the electromagnetic energy is equal to the electrostatic energy. Okay, when the line is open circuited, the electromagnetic energy is equal to the electrostatic energy. Okay, that is half L dx I square is equal to the half C dx E square. Okay, half C dx into E square. Okay, if the line is open circuited, the electrostatic energy is equal to the electromagnetic energy. Okay, therefore that is equal to E by I whole square is equal to the L by C. Okay, then E is equal to IZ, then E is equal to the IZ, that is equal to the voltage V. Okay, then I into Z is equal to the voltage V. Okay, this means that the potential of the open end is raised by the voltage V. Okay, it is called as the potential of open end is raised by the voltage V. Okay, therefore at open circuited end the voltage will be raised. Okay, therefore the total potential of that open end when the wave is reached, that is the 2V. Okay, then if the open circuited end voltage is raised, then the total voltage that reached in the waveform at the end is V plus V. V plus V. Okay, that is equal to the 2V. V plus V, that is equal to the 2V. Okay, therefore the wave that starts traveling over the line, when the switch S is closed, the incidence wave, and after the wave reaches the open end. Okay, if suppose the switch S is in the closed position, the wave, when we are applying the voltage to that waveform, to that transmission line, then the wave is traveled and starting traveling over the line when the switch S is closed and incident wave, and after the wave reaches to the open circuited end. Okay, if suppose the switch S is in the closed position, that wave is started when we are applying the voltage to the transmission line, therefore that wave is transmitted to the sending end to the open circuited end, sending end to the open circuited end. Okay, then this rises the potential V. Okay, then it rises the potential V, that means the voltage. Okay, consider due to the wave which is reflected, okay, due to the wave which is reflected at the open end. Okay, and then actual voltage at the open end is refracted wave. Okay, then at the open end side we are calculating the actual voltage, that is called as the refracted wave, that is called as the refracted wave. Okay, that is called as the refracted wave. Okay, therefore the refracted wave is equal to the incident wave plus reflected wave. Okay, then the refracted wave is equal to the incident wave plus the reflected wave. Okay, for an open end line, a line is a traveling wave is reflected back with the positive sign. Okay, that will be reflected back with the positive sign, and the coefficients of the reflecteds are the unity. Okay, therefore the coefficients of that reflects are the unity. Okay, therefore the coefficients of that reflects are the unity. Okay, this is the traveling wave that will be transmitted when the switch S is in the closed position. Then when the switch S is in the closed position, then that wave is transmitted to the open circuited end. Okay, open circuited end. Okay, therefore then rises in the potential V, considered due to a wave which is reflected at the open end. Okay, therefore, and actual voltage at the open end is refracted refracted wave. Okay, therefore the actual voltage at that wave end is the refracted wave. Okay, then the refracted wave is equal to the incidence wave. Therefore the refracted wave is equal to the incidence wave plus reflected wave. Okay, it is the sum of the incident wave plus reflected wave. It is called as the refracted wave. Okay, therefore the refracted wave is equal to the sum of the incident wave plus the reflected wave. Okay, therefore for an open end line, a travelling wave is refracted back with the positive sign, and the coefficients of reflects are the unities, and the coefficients of that reflectors are the unities. Okay, first we are taking the open circuited end, and then we observe the voltage and currents for that open circuited end when the wave is transmitted from the sending end to the open circuited end. Okay, this is the applied voltage V, this is the applied voltage V, and this is the applied current flowing through that travelling wave or the transmitted wave, that is the current I. Okay, when T is equal to the length L, when the T is equal to the length L, that means that wave is traveling for that length of the L. Okay, then the voltage is rises. Okay, this is the raised voltage, that is the V, and then current is also rising. Okay, when the traveling wave is transmitted for over the length, that is the from sending end to the open circuited end, then that length will be increases, that is the traveling wave length is increases, then that is L plus. Okay, that is L plus. Okay, this is the voltage, that voltage will be increases, that is V plus V. Okay, that voltage is increases, that is V plus V. Okay, that is equal to the 2V. Okay, therefore that is equal to the 2V. Okay, this is the raised voltage when the traveling wave is transmitted at over the L plus 1, L plus length. Okay, this is the current when the traveling wave is at the time T is equal to the L plus, and then after the receiving end open circuited ended, that current is minus I, that current is the minus I. Therefore when the T is equal to the 2L, that means that the traveling wave is moving from the 2L length, then that voltage is equal to the 2V. Okay, therefore that voltage is equal to the 2V. Okay, that is, in that case the current I is equal to the 0. Okay, in that case the current I is equal to the 0. Okay, next the length T is equal to the 2L plus, the length TL is equal to the 2L plus, then in that case the voltage is minus V and then plus V, then algebraic sum of this voltage is equal to the 0. After that rises that voltage, that will be equal to the 2V. Okay, that is equal to the 2V, and it is the minus I. Okay, this is the minus I. Next then the length is T is equal to the 3L, that is the voltage V, that is equal to the minus I. Okay, then 3L plus 1 length, that is equal to V minus V, then I minus I. Okay, after that length is equal to the 4L, then V is equal to the 0, and therefore I is equal to the 0. Okay, this is the transmitted wave when the line is terminated to at a open circuited end. Okay, that incident wave current I reaches the open circuited end, the current at the open end is 0. Okay, when the transmission line is reached to that open circuited end, the current at the transmitted open circuited end is equal to the 0. Okay, this could be explained by saying that a current wave of high magnitudes and traveling back over the transmission lines. Okay, this means that for an open end line, a I wave is reflected with the negative sign. Okay, therefore this means that when the open end line I wave is reflected with the negative signs and the coefficients of reflections are the unity. Okay, therefore the coefficients of that reflections are that unity, and the variations of I and V wave from the over the line is the over the line is as shown in that figure. Okay, after the voltage and current waves are reflected back, then reflected back from the open end, the voltages over the line becomes the 2V. Okay, after reflecting back, the voltages are is equal to the 2V. Okay, that is current is equal to the 0. Okay, then the voltage at the source end and cannot be more than the source voltage V. Okay, therefore a voltage wave of negative current wave of I is reflected back into. Okay, then after the wave has traveled through a distance of the 4L, through a distance of the 4L, where L is the length of the line. Okay, therefore L is the length of the line. Okay, they could have out both the two I and the V waves leaving the line momently in its original state. Okay, therefore the above cycles are repeated itself for the length is increases. Okay, the cycles are repeated when the length is increases. Okay, therefore the transmitted and the reflected waves, are given as ET is equal to the 2E. Okay, this is the transmitted wave, ET is equal to the 2E, and then IT is equal to the 0. Okay, then ER is equal to the E and IR is equal to minus I. Okay, this is the transmitted and reflected waves at the open circuited end. Okay, then ET is equal to the 2E and then IT is equal to the 0. Okay, this is the transmitted voltage and this is the transmitted current, and then ER is equal to the plus E, this is the reflected voltage, and IR is equal to the minus I, this is the reflected currents. Okay, next coming to the short circuited lines in the transmission line. Okay, when the transmission lines are short circuited, okay, what are the typical cases that will be obtained in the transmission line is the, okay, this is the short circuited transmission line. Okay, this is the receiving end side, that receiving end side is short circuited, and then we are connecting the switch S is in the sending end side, switch S is connected at the sending end side. Okay, this is the small length dx that will be connected, that will be taken at the receiving end side. Okay, this is the circuit diagram for that when the transmission line is short circuited at the receiving end side. Okay, this is the circuit diagram for the when the transmission line is short circuited at the receiving end side. Okay, and then at the receiving end side we are taking the small length dx, and then we observe the how the impedances will be changes in the small length dx. Okay, when the transmission line is short circuited. Okay, when the transmission line is short circuited. Okay, this is the switches that will be closed at the sending end of the transmission line, and then we observe what are the how the transmission wave will be transmitted, that will be reflected, that all will be observed. Okay, first coming to the short circuited line that will be terminated means that the transmission line is short circuited at the receiving end side. Okay, next consider a line with the receiving end is short circuited. Okay, consider a line at the receiving end is short circuited. This is the line at the receiving end is short circuited. Okay, that will be shown in that figure. Okay, in that switch S is closed. Okay, here the switch S is closed at the sending end of that transmission line. Okay, therefore the voltage wave of magnitude V and current wave of that magnitude I, the voltage V and the current wave of that magnitude I start traveling towards the short circuited end. This is the voltage V and the currents I are short travel towards the short circuited end. Okay, consider again the last element, that is the dx. Okay, consider a last element, that is the dx, where the electrostatic energy stored by that element. Okay, then the electrostatic energy that stored by that element is the half Cx into dV square. Okay, this is the electrostatic energy that will be stored in that small length dx. Okay, therefore that electrostatic energy that will be stored in the small length dx is the half C dx into V square. Okay, is the half C dx into V square. Then the electromagnetic energy that will be stored in the small length dx is the half Li square into dx. Okay, that is the half Li square into dx. Okay, since the voltage at the shorted end is 0, the electrostatic energy varies and is transferred into the electromagnetic energy Okay, let changes in the current be the I. Okay, let the changes in the current be is the I. Okay, therefore that will be equal to the half Cx into half C dx into V square is equal to the half L dx into I square. Okay, this is the when the electrostatic energy is equal to the electromagnetic energy. Okay, therefore half C dx V square is equal to the half L dx into I square. Okay, then V is equal to the I into Z. Okay, then V is equal to the I into Z. Okay, therefore I is equal to the V by Z. Okay, therefore I is equal to the V by Z, that is equal to the I. Okay, that is equal to the capital I. Okay, therefore the increases in the current is the I amperes. Okay, the increases in that current is the I amperes. Okay, as a resultant current at the short circuited end is the 2I amperes. Okay, at a result the short circuited end is the 2I amperes. Okay, therefore this could be considered due to the reflected current wave of I amperes. Okay, this could be considered the reflected wave of that I amperes. Okay, for a short circuited end the current wave is reflected with the positive signs. Okay, the increases in the current I amperes, as a result the current at the short circuited end is the 2I amperes. Okay, this could be considered due to the reflected current wave of that I amperes. Okay, of that I amperes. Okay, therefore for a short circuited current wave that is reflected with the positive sign. Okay, therefore with a short circuited end is end of that current waveform is reflected with the positive sign. Okay, and the coefficients of that reflections are the unity. The coefficients of that reflections are the unity. Okay, since the voltage at short circuited end is 0. Okay, since the voltage at that short circuited end is equal to the 0. Okay, then therefore the voltage wave of negative could be considered have been reflected into the line. Okay, then the current wave in the case of A, the short circuited line is reflected back with the positive sign voltage wave. Okay, positive sign voltage wave. Okay, the variations of voltage and currents over the line the variations of that voltage and currents over that line as shown in the figure. Okay, this is the variations of that voltage and the currents when the short circuits are obtained. Okay, this is the variations of that voltage and currents that will be obtained when the short circuits are obtained in the transmission lines. Okay, this is the graphical observations for that voltage and current waveforms when the short circuits are obtained in the transmission line. Okay, this is the applied voltage V and this is the applied current I. Okay, when T is equal to the 0, okay, when T is equal to the 0, in that case this is the applied voltage V and this is the applied current I. Okay, this is the transmitted current I. Okay, then after T is equal to the L, T is traveling from the wave is traveling for the length L meters, then the applied voltage V and the I. Okay, after increasing that voltage when the length is equal to the L plus, okay, when the length is transmitted wave is traveling for that length, that is L plus, okay, that is V minus V. Okay, then the current is I minus I plus I. Okay, therefore T is equal to the 2L. Okay, then that the length is traveling from that 2L, then V is equal to the 0. Minus minus gets cancelled, then it will be equal to the 0. Okay, in that current waveform, that is I plus I. Okay, therefore I plus I, then it is equal to the 2I. I plus I, then it is equal to the 2I. Okay, therefore T is equal to the 2L plus 1, then it is the V. After V is equal to 0, then the voltage wave, when the voltage will be increases, then V, that's why it is equal to the V. Okay, after increasing that voltage, then we obtain the 3I, that is 2I plus I. That is 2I plus I, then it will be equal to the 3I. 3I, that is 2I minus 2I. Okay, then T is equal to the 3L. After traveling 3L length, then the voltage will be raised for that transmitted wave, that is the V, and then it is equal to the 3I. It is equal to the 3I. Okay, after that 3L plus length, then plus V and minus V obtained, then it will be cancelled. After 3 is equal to the 4L, then it will be obtained V is equal to the 0. Okay, then current is equal to the 3I and the 4I plus I. 3I plus I is equal to the 4I. Okay, therefore the current is equal to the 4I. Okay, therefore the voltage wave partially reduced to 0. Okay, therefore the voltage wave is partially reduced to 0 after it has a traveling through a distance twice the length of the line. Okay, if the wave is traveling twice the length of the line, the voltage wave are partially reduced to 0. Okay, where after each reflections at the either end, the current is building up a moment of V by Z is equal to the I. Okay, a moment of V by Z is equal to the I. Okay, where Z is the characteristic impedance or the natural impedance. Okay, therefore theoretically the reflections will be equal to the infinity. Therefore the currents will be reached infinity value. Okay, therefore the reflections will be equal to the infinity, then the currents will be is also equal to the infinity. Okay, but partially actual currents will be limited by the resistance of the line. Okay, therefore partially actual currents will be limited by the resistance of that line, and final value of the current will be equal to I dash is equal to the V by R. Okay, then final value of that current I dash is equal to the final value of that current. Okay, therefore I dash is equal to the V by R. Okay, then R is equal to the resistance of the transmission line. Okay, then R is equal to the resistance of the transmission. 选 line. 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 。 . 。 。 line. 。 。 。 。 。 line. 。 . 。 。 line. 。 . 。 line. 。 . 。 line. 。 . Okay, this is the resistance of that transmission line. Okay, then T is equal to the 0. In that case the voltage V is V and the I. Okay, after transmitting that T, that is T is equal to the L, then V and the I will be uptime. After a long time that will be equal to the V is equal to the 0, and then current I is equal to the 4I. Okay, then the current I is equal to the 4I. Okay, this is the line is terminated with the transmission line when it will be traveled after a length. Okay, this is the open circuited end and also the short circuited end. Okay, therefore the transmission wave is transmitted over the length of a distance. Then when the what are the voltages and the currents that will be observed in that graphical representation. Okay, when the line is terminated, what are the typical cases that will be obtained when the open circuited end and also the short circuited ends. Okay, thank you.